Hi everyone, my name is Mithil Kumar Koraili Mandappa. My student ID is 1356650. I'm going to explain about the postal and courier activities companies in the UK in related to business analytics and intelligence. Uh, Introduction. This study looks into how Europe's parcel delivery sector and expansion of e-commerce are related. Here, the study emphasizes on UK postal and courier companies looks at how the development and the parcel delivery sector in Europe interact with both the growth and the e-commerce development. It was the correlation and regression analysis to highlight the import of major international e-commerce business and their tactics. Next, postal and courier activities in the United Kingdom. Here, in increased demand of e-commerce, the postal and courier industry in the UK is rise significantly. Uh, the e-commerce sales have increased significantly also, and the delivery companies are facing demands to adapt to changing consumer tastes. In an effort to secure capacity and save money on transportation, e-commerce businesses are venturing into the delivery sector rapidly. Next, statistical table synopsis. Here we conduct a regressional analysis on postal and carrier service companies in the UK. The R-square value of 0.106 tells us that there is a limited correlation between the factors we examine. The ANOVA results indicate that the regression model is only significantly with the p-value of 0.596, suggesting that the model's performance is not very much strong. The coefficient for x variable 1 is 0.176, which means it has a positive impact on the outcome. In similar terms, x variable for 1 has a weak where positive effective on company performance, contributing positively. And the R-square value of 0.106 means that our model has strength 10.6% of the variability in the data, indicating that there are other factors at play that doesn't have considered. And it's worth noting that X variable 1 has a significant influence on revenue since its p-value is less than 0.05. Next, I'm explaining about the 10-year portal data descriptive statistics. Here, the average value of 2016 suggests that the industry is generally reliable and stable. A low mean of 0.01 indicates that there is a minimum average growth in the data, meaning that the industry hasn't experienced a sustainable increase. The standard error is 0.533 and standard deviation is 2.921. Both indicate that there is moderate variability in the dataset. This means that the data points are somewhat spread out from the mean. And the fact that both a median in 2016 and the mode 2012 are close to each other highlights in their central tendency in the data. And 2012 seems to be clear with skewness closer to zero. The data set appears to be relatively symmetrical, meaning it doesn't exhibit a pronounced skew or bias towards one fact. It's important to note that conducting a correlation analysis is not feasible without a second dataset to compare against. Correlation analysis typically requires examining the relationship between two sets of data, draw meaning conclusions. A moderately significant correlation coefficient of 0.326 is found between the variables in the 10 years descriptive data for UK postal and courier companies, indicating a steady, albeit weak association over time. Specific industry patterns over the last 10 years can be identified with more thorough correlation research. Next, I'm going to explain about the relationship among the variables by computing the correlation and regression analysis. Here, the R-square value of 0.106 suggests that only about 10.070% of the variability in the data can be explained by the factor considered in the analysis. This indicates that there are other significant variables at play that are not accounted for the model. Clear value. The coefficient of the year variable is 0.174, but the p-value is 0.0786, which means it's an potential statistic insignificance. In other words, using the 10 years to predict the data might not be a stronger or reliable predictor. In the next intercept, the intercept of approximately 2015 with a mean of 0.01 indicates that the data started around that year at an relatively low initial value and the standard error. This standard error for the year variably is 0.5734, while for the data it is 0.9988. This value represents uncertainty for variation associated with these measurements. The higher standard error for the data indicates greater variability in the data point. And the correlation, a weak positive correlation that is R is equal to 0.326 suggests a more relationship between the year and variable 6. This implies that there is a significant tendency for 6 to increase as the year increases, but the relationship is not strong. Variability: the industry data shows significant variability as indicated by a high standard of 5.4704. This means that the data points are spread out considerable from the average, indicating a diverse range of values. Next, ANOVA test. The ANOVA test with a p-value of 0.0786 suggests that the regression model is somewhat significant in explaining the data, although it might not be highly conclusive. Then kurtosis and skewness. The negative kurtosis implies that the data distribution is flatter than a normal curve, indicating fewer extreme values. Additionally, minimal skewness suggests that the data has a relatively symmetrical distribution, lacking strong bias in the direction. Next, I'm going to explain about the analytics and intelligence for business use the postal and courier sector. Here, this decision making in the UK postal and courier sectors is improved rapidly by the use of business analytics and the information. By improving course delivery, data analysis, fluid operating hours, by customer behavior experience helps to improve the quality and fulfillment of services. And strategic planning is supported by analytics ability to identify market trends and competitors. Effective use of data can lead to cost savings and increased operational efficiency effectively. And end of the section is conclusion and recommendation. Here the analysis reveals a slight positive connection between the year and the data to postal and courier services in the UK. However, it is important to note that only around 10.6% of the data variability can be consistently explained. This suggests that the model has limited ability to provide a comprehensive and understanding of what affects the industry. This emphasizes the significant role of unaccounted factors that influence the industry's performance. To create a more accurate predictive model, it is essential to consider additional variables such as technology adoption, market competition, and customer preferences. These factors can play a crucial role in shaping the industry outcome. Then the improving accuracy of predictive models could be also achieved by using a larger dataset. And moreover, extensive data could provide a more comprehensive view of the various factors impacting the industry, potential resulting in a more about robust and reliable models. And these are the some of the references created from the journals and their websites. Thank you.